Talk very often for many hours at night. He really likes to talk a lot and tell stories, but it doesn't seem that he has romantic feelings for me. Yes, men do not particularly bond to us by talking our heads off and sharing stories. So it sounds like he sees you just more so as a friend who is willing to lend an ear and listen to all of his stories. Testosterone penetrates and listens. So if you think about men who have to go out and find food for their families, they cannot come together and start talking to each other about finding their food. They have to remain very, very quiet so they can remain unheard, so that they can actually catch the animals. That's why men who talk and talk and talk a lot about themselves and never ask any questions about us, we feel kind of turned off by that. We don't feel like we are really sharing much of ourselves. So it is very hard for you to feel the romantic attraction, but it is even harder for himself to feel romantic feelings for you, because he's getting inside of himself. He's not getting inside of you. So you have to become more of a talker about yourself and less of a penetrator. And it seems counterintuitive to us women sometimes, because when we're talking to our girlfriends, we think, well, I want her to hear my stories and what's going on with my life. So I'm going to ask her questions, and hopefully she will ask me questions. But men are not girlfriends to us. But the reality is that men need to share a little bit less of what is inside of them in order to feel attraction for her. And especially if it is negativity. Actually, I have a friend who talks and talks and talks. And bless his heart, I mean, he could never go out and successfully kill an animal. Sometimes you won't even know what to say to someone, okay? Because you could have a lot to say, but just be in the wrong person's energy and go completely blank, because you're just not on the same wavelength. I mean, I have a lot to say, a lot to say, and I have so many things that I'm very passionate about, and I have a lot up here that I just like to vomit out. But there are many people I don't say anything around. I mean, we are just completely on different wavelengths. We are completely different energies. So if you don't have anything that you want to say to this person, then that's a pretty good sign that you're just not compatible.